Hey everyone, it is that time of week where I come on here, I shuffle some oracle cards, we pull some and see what your midweek messages are. So for this week, I am going to be using the Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bergsma. And as you guys know, it's sort of a go-to favorite of mine. So let's get to it. I want you to choose number 1, 2, or 3, whatever resonates the most with you. And let's see what your messages are. I love this. Okay, so if you chose number 1, you guys got Hawk, which is messenger. And I love the fact that this comes in also with the masculine sun sign. So what Spirit's telling me is there's a lot of very obvious, forthright messages that you aren't paying attention to right now. We obviously have every one of us a masculine and a feminine side. And of course, the feminine is the nurturing and the caring and tends to be the more gentle, whereas the male energy kind of comes in a little bit more like a bull in a china shop. And this is where it's kind of coming in as a hard reminder for you. Are you listening? Are you seeing those messages that's being delivered to you all around you? Your guides are always around you, reminding you of different things, like keeping you on track with your journey, reminding you they care about you, reminding you to pay attention to certain things to keep you safe, answering your questions when you're sitting there thinking about them through the day. So this is that reminder. So pay attention. Hawk comes in as that messenger saying, pay attention to those signs, pay attention to those symbols, because they're all really important, especially right now when we're having such a different energy shift, right? There's a lot of strange dynamics going on right now, and it might feel kind of like you're trying to put two magnets together that just aren't fitting, or some of you out there might be having everything seamlessly falling into place. So pay attention for those messages so that you can have a greater vision and you can have an easier path put in front of you. It doesn't have to be as hard if we call on our guides, but because we have free will, they won't intervene without us asking for that help. So Hawk comes in as that reminder, and just allow yourself to follow those signs and those symbols. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you if you chose number 1. If you chose number 2, this is a lovely card. This is Elephant. An elephant comes in with the message of greatness on this card, but it really is a reminder for all of us to focus on that inner strength that we have. And at the very core, at the very heart of all of it is that love. I don't want to be that person who's always coming on giving ooey gooey messages, because it really is about you standing up and sometimes having to channel that inner ferociousness that a lion can have and charge forward. But it's about defending yourself, your beliefs, your boundaries. And if you're doing it from an authentic place, if you're doing it from a place of love, it's always going to inspire everyone around you. It's going to motivate yourself to move forward into greatness and to tap into that inner wisdom and knowledge that you have. And to not be afraid and know that you can overcome any obstacle that you set your mind to, right? As long as everything's coming with the right intention from the right place. So I'm going to leave that with you if you chose number 2. If you chose number 3, you got Swan, which is grace. And I love this. My name actually means grace. And for those of you who have met me, I am probably the least graceful person you're ever going to meet. I'm quite klutzy, but Swan comes in a much nicer, gentler message around that. It's really about reminding you of ease and grace. It's reminding you of the beautifulness of life, the simplicity of it. And that if you can be similar to that swan, just gorgeously skimming along the water and leaning into your inner wisdom, your inner light, right? Celebrating your inner light, you're going to find that things are going to bring a new inspiration. You're going to start to see things around you that will guide you to focus on things from a different perspective with that new inspiration, right? And it's always done better with someone else. So, who can you pull in that's close to you in your inner circle, and bounce some ideas off of each other, bounce some things that are going to inspire each of you. And then celebrate each other's lights, lift each other up. When we surround ourselves with like-minded people, that ease and grace comes in as well. And everything just starts to unfold quite naturally and quite nicely. So I'm going to leave that with you if you chose number 3. As always, thanks for listening. Hopefully something resonated with you. And I look forward to chatting with you next week.